So, why are you here today?
I'm here really it's very important for me to talk to youngsters, to talk about STEM primarily, science, technology, engineering, and math, and what the Corps of Engineers is doing to partner with the schools.
What is the importance of the STEM program?
Well, first, we have a challenge in our country with STEM. Today, approximately 4 out of 100 graduates will have a STEM degree in anything related, science, technology, engineering, math. We rank in the 14 countries, the lowest countries, that have STEM degrees. Countries like Bangladesh, Cuba, are countries, Cambodia, are countries that rank below us. A country like Russia, when I say 4 out of 100 earn STEM degrees from college in the U.S., 10 out of 100 in Russia, 31 out of 100 in China. So it's very, very important for us to be competitive in the future, and our numbers are declining. In 2020, which may seem like a long time from now, but you all will be alive and in the workforce, we will need 2.8 million STEM individuals, graduates, in jobs that will become available. And in order to meet that, we'll need 1 million more college graduates with STEM backgrounds, 1 million more. So that's part of why I'm here, because we have to start now to aggressively encourage youngsters that have an interest, a background, an ability to do STEM studies to continue to keep that door open. So let me ask you, what are you thinking about STEM?
Sounds really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, what role do you see video productions playing in the STEM program?
I think they play a huge role, because what's very important in STEM is the communication of what our STEM challenges are in the nation. Did you know some of the facts that I talked about here today? Probably not, and most of America does not know. And your peers will not know, unless you're going to record this and show it to them. But you're shaking your head there. Okay. But I think communications and how you communicate. I was the head recruiter for the Army, and I learned about marketing and advertising and how we can use the digital tools that we have in order to spread the word on any topic. So the work that you're doing here in this class, in the innovation, you can use social media and the ability to communicate and market whatever topic you want. We'll start in rooms like this and using the tools that you have just to get the word out. So I think, and to do it in a way that's interesting. You know, a lot of time STEM gets a bad rap for being a focus area for folks that like to go in back rooms, and my day use slide rules, and now you're using calculators and computers. You're antisocial, you don't want to engage with other people, but our folks that study STEM are great people, and they love what they're doing. They have a passion for it just like anyone else. And I think we need to showcase some of those great people and what they do. Mm-hmm. And we can do it through this kind of technology.
Thank you.
What advantages do you think military kids have in schools?
I think military children, we call them brats. Do they still call them brats?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm an Army brat.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is a Marine Corps brat, and my son is an Army Marine Corps brat, I guess you would say. But I think they learn a lot of life skills just by the constant movement. Some of you have moved multiple times. You've had to learn in other environments, new environments. That alone puts enough learning and stress and the adaptability, the flexibility that you have to have by joining new groups of friends, new teachers, new schools, packing up and moving, and learning how to organize, how to be disciplined. How many of you are in a JROTC? So some are in JRTC, they're learning special skills about communications and leadership and development. You can learn those skills in JRTC, you can certainly learn them in other places. And I think the schools that you attend, the Dodd schools, are some of the best in the world. I went to a Dodd school in Okinawa, and I will tell you, that school, even though I only stayed there until 10th grade, in my view, prepared me for college. Even though I had 2 more years of high school, it prepared me for college. And college prepares you for some of the jobs that you might take on later on. So I think you're going to be a huge step up from your peers in your maturity, in your ability to lead teams, to socially get along, and to be successful in life.
Thank you.
What should a student do to have a successful career as an engineer?
Well, first, I'd say to be successful in anything in life, in my view, you have to have passion. You need to want to do what you're doing. I have 3 other brothers and a sister. My oldest brother is an artist, and he's got hair down to about right here, ponytail, and he's been doing art since he was a little kid, and he has a passion for that. And I can't imagine him doing anything else. I have a brother that's a doctor, and ever since we were little kids, he had bones and skulls and different things that he was playing with at home. He knew when he was a little kid that's what he wanted to do. And I have another brother that's a veterinarian, and he had little animals running around the house all the time. He just collected them, cats and dogs, and snakes and rabbits, and they were all in his room. And he's a veterinarian. You know, I did not know that I wanted to do engineering. I had strong skills in that, in math and science, and it kind of grew on me. So I think you'll find everything from those that have know what they want to do early on to those that find out they have special skills in that area, and therefore, but they ultimately have a passion. So I think you have to have a passion. You have to have a great work ethic, because in order to get through a STEM program, it takes hard work and studies, and you can't be distracted while you're going into college with partying or social life. Not that you have to be, asocial. You want to have fun, but you want to focus on your schoolwork, because it's going to take great discipline just to do the homework. You really won't be able to fake it. So you either have the answer or you don't. And you did the problem sets or you didn't. So hard work, and that's the kind of discipline you learn, I think, in high school.
What are some of the biggest challenges you've had as an engineer?
Some of the biggest challenges that I've had as an engineer, I would say that as I've become more senior in government and in the military, some of the types of challenges that we've had to wrestle with in our engineering effort are somewhat unique in the military. I was responsible for $18 billion worth of reconstruction efforts in Iraq, for example. Some of that reconstruction was pipelines, it was water, it was building sewage treatment plants, it was building power plants, but it was doing all of that under fire, doing it in a combat zone. So that's a unique challenge that most construction folks over here in the States would not have to deal with. So that takes engineering to a whole different level. The other challenge is doing it in a disaster. Last year we had 3 major disasters. Some you may have heard of, like Hurricane Sandy, where the Corps of Engineers was directly involved in unwatering the city. We had to unwater 475 million gallons of water from the tunnels and from the buildings in New York City, from the Amtrak stations. We had to unwater the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. It's the longest underwater vehicular tunnel in North America. 85 million gallons of water. stadium like the Rose Bowl and fill it up with water. That's how much water was in this town. Huge challenge because we had never done that before. We didn't have the equipment on hand, and we had people that wanted that unwatered. Some folks that said we'd take 30 days or more, and we did it in 9 days. I frankly did not know how we were going to get it done, but it was folks like the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Mass Transit Authority, and the Corps of Engineers, working federal and non-federal partners, teamwork and leadership that got it done. Thank you. Anything else? I'd like to ask this.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last question, guys, okay?
I'm going to Marquette University on a Navy ROTC scholarship at the beginning of next year. What option of engineering do you think would be most beneficial for the Navy?
Well, first, congratulations on your ROTC scholarship. I wish you were
Thank you.
going an Army ROTC scholarship.
Yeah, sorry about the Navy.
But I love the Navy too. I love the Navy every day of the year except for one. And then that's the day that we say
football game?
beat Navy. Yeah, on football. But we're one team, and I'm very proud of you for having selected to go with an ROTC scholarship. You know, what I would say is I would cast a wide net. Like I said before, you have to have a passion. You have to decide what's right for you based on your skills. I studied in my master's degree program civil engineering and mechanical engineering at Stanford, and the Army paid for it. While I was getting paid to be an officer, they were paying me to go to school, and that's why I didn't have to worry about it. But for me, I initially started mechanical engineering, but because I'm a Corps of Engineer officer, I decided I wanted to study civil engineering as well. But there's all types of engineering that are out there, so I would try to figure out what types of engineering would line up with your interests, and then pursue studies in that area. And you might start doing it and find out that you're stronger in something else. But I would go with where you have a passion, go with where you have strength, and you can do the work, and you'll have a great career.
Thank you.
Have a nice thank you.
Thank you very much. Very proud of you.